What's going on, YouTube? It's Donnie B all day. We got a little bit of rain today, some rain shine. And what I want to do, gotta rock the awesome shirt. What I want to do is put my Hollywood Collectibles Group Rambo Part 2 knife to some real world usage. Now I have all this overgrowth coming over my driveway and I have to get rid of some of it. And I figure, why not pull the old Rambo 2 out? Get this tripod ready, get the old Rambo 2 out, because everybody keeps saying that these knives are useless because they're just wall hangers. Yeah, all right, they're wall hangers with an edge, and that's like me. I'm like a wall hanger with an edge. So I want to do some absolute real world usage. Let me try and spin this thing around here, otherwise you guys are gonna fall down. So I guess there is no spinning it around here. So I'm just going to hopefully make it so you don't fall down. Actually, I'll just switch sides. That's what I'll do. I'll switch sides and I'll lower it. So this is what we have. We have all this stuff growing out. So every time the cars come up, they hit it all. So it's just kind of going through, and I've got that big tree thing branch up there. So what I want to do is just take it all down with the old Rambo knife. And now I did a video review on the entire Rambo collection. Got a new one coming up soon though. And the reason I went with the Hollywood Collectible Group stuff is just because I liked it. I really liked it. Even with the Hibbin 3, you know, the Rambo 3 knife, instead of going with the Hibbin, I went with the Hollywood Collectibles, because the Hibbin one, that's the remake for sale, is a little bit shorter than the one he actually made for the movie. And the Hollywood Collectibles Group Hibbin Rambo 3 is a little bit bigger than the one for the movie, just a little bit. So I went with that one because I wanted a bigger knife. So here we go. Let's just take all this stuff down. And you know, people say you can't use these knives for anything, but I say, hell, you can't. I'm out here all the time with them. And is this hard work? Am I chopping down trees and going through redwood forests? No, but you don't need to. This isn't just a wall hanger. Could I use this as self-defense? Without a freaking doubt. This thing is a beast. This is a bad blade if it's talking about going through skin. But chopping down little trees and little brush and weeds and stuff like that, all day. I mean, all day. It's just so easy. The thing is, it's an actual worker. Let's bring you over here. See if we can't get you to stand this way and show you some more. But you know what I mean? It's like you can spend money, you know, on a knife that costs you $500 for the purpose of clearing brush and things like that, or you can spend, you know, less than $100. You can get a knife that has movie significance, that's cool looking, and is going to do the same job. You know what I mean? This thing, just because it's not meant to go through hardwoods and be batoning with and stuff like that, even though I did that kind of stuff with it, that doesn't mean it's useless. And I can prove that all day long by cutting through this stuff, which I cut easily. I mean easily. So I just found a thorn bush. I was like, what the hell is that going on my finger? So I'm walking up the driveway because everything that was hanging out I just cut. It was easy. We do have some stuff down here though. I got some vines that are a little harder to cut, but it's the Rambo 3 and it's a wall hanger, so I have no problems using it. So this stuff is like rubber. Man, it's pretty good stuff, but these vines don't stand a chance to the Rambo 3. I mean, to the Rambo 2. Just not at all. And so these you actually have to hack at. These aren't some cheap hollow weeds. These things are pretty tough, and you actually have to swing at. And if the blade was so cheap that it was only good for a wall hanger, it would break on stuff like this, but it doesn't. It goes through. I mean, you can see these are hard. That's a real piece of little tree there, right? But I'm not worried about it, like I said, because I have the right tool for the job. Even if it's not meant for the job, I should probably bring you with me. Even if this tool is not meant for the job, and you know, people, they design these things and make them so people can just collect them and have a piece of movie memorabilia, you know what I mean, some imitation movie memorabilia, then that's great. But I'm going to use mine, and I'll show you just in that short amount of time. You can see up the driveway, all that was overhang, all that is now not overhang. So let's take down the bigger branch over here, show you guys. We got a nice big fat piece. Hopefully I can get it in. Let's check. Am I in? Yeah, I think I'm in. Let's trim all the small stuff off it. Get rid of that guy. Get rid of those guys. Now I'm left with this big guy right here, and every time I tap it I get rained on. Wall hanger, right? Wall hanger. So now I went from all this stuff overhanging in my driveway to a nice clear driveway. Look at that. That easy. And what am I using? A freaking wall hanger. So let's put it to just a little bit more testing and show you guys that you can use a knife like this for real world situations. Here we go. I have a down tree and I cut off a single branch. I cut off another branch. So now, and look, no brokenness. The only thing that was loose was this cap, but it's a hollow handle, so it unscrews. So now I'm going to do some chopping right here for you guys all to see. I'm not going to switch out the blade for a different knife. Look at that. Look at that. And remember, when you're talking about a hollow handle, you see how I'm holding it with my thumb up here? It's held on right here, right? That's it. That's all that holds it on. So if I want to do chopping, which doing the other stuff I could hold down here and it goes no problem. But doing chopping, holding it like this, now all of a sudden I'm using the blade, which is a big piece of steel. The only weak part is right here. The blade, I don't have to worry about breaking. It's here that I have to worry about breaking. So I just hold it correctly. And you can see that it's chopping through a pretty big piece. And the looseness you hear is just this. That's the looseness. Everything else is tight. Bam. So we just cut through that. Cut through that with a freaking wall hanger. A wall hanger, guys. So if you're out there and you see a knife that you like and people tell you, oh, don't buy that thing, it's a piece of crap, it's made just for looks. Okay, great. It might be made for looks, but so am I. But I still perform. Still get it done, right? So don't let people talk you out of something that you really want just because they don't know a damn thing about them. Just because the guy next door says, oh, those are cheap, those are just wall hanger memorabilia knives, you can't use them for anything. Show them the video, say, well, this guy did, so if I can do it, why can't you? This isn't special. This isn't, I didn't, you know, plan ahead and go ahead and take an original and rebuild it and this and that. I didn't do that. I didn't do that. This is exactly how it came. Hollywood Collectibles. It's exactly how it came. This is the same edge, and I use it. I use it. Show me where the damage is on this edge. I use my Rambo knives for this kind of stuff all the time. Why? Because I'm a huge freaking Rambo fan, to the point where I got Rambo on my freaking calf. I'm a huge Rambo fan and just a ginormous Rambo knife fan, right? I mean, tell me who hasn't seen First Blood when they were a kid and said, yup, that I want to be into knives now. That's the knife that got it started for me. Rambo First Blood. Everybody wanted one when it came out, and everybody got those cheap versions. But this guy right here, This guy right here is one of those cheap versions, but it's better made than the ones that were in the 80s. And listen, you hear any rattling? Nope, I'm not holding on the guard. You can see there is no rattling, there is no twisting, no nothing. Just a pretty sweet knife that I can use all day long. I could skin a deer with this. Honestly, I could skin a deer with this knife and not worry about breaking it. And when I chop, you see the size of this ricasso? Look at that. That's easy money. I was holding it just like this and chopping. I put my finger here to give pressure. Boom, boom, boom. Now, if you want to make it a lot stronger, you can take some JB Weld, open up this handle, just like this, which opens pretty easy. You heard it getting loose every time I started whacking at it. And right here, this is spring loaded. You pull out the spring that's in there, and just like this. And now there's a nut way at the bottom there, or not even a nut. It's kind of like a nut. It's similar, but you can pour some. I'll try to get a better shot right there. You pour some JB Weld in there, just a 1/2 inch of JB Weld. You let it dry. You let it harden. And then you put back in your spring, and you put back in your survival kit, and you put back on your top, and it's all still going to fit. A 1/2 inch of JB Weld will still fit, and you will have a solid base. That JB Weld will lock this thing up, and that's what I'm going to do with mine. I just haven't done it yet, and the reason is because I'm continuously and constantly using them, which should be more motivation for me to actually do it. Just haven't done it yet. Who knows? Maybe I'll do it this week. Maybe I'll video on how to do that, which is simple. You're just mixing the compound together and sticking it in there. But I'll tell you what, guys, you know what I mean? If you're a fan of Rambo like I am, and you always wanted a Rambo knife, but were always and constantly told that if you buy one it's going to break because it's a cheap piece of crap, well, my cheap piece of crap just hacked apart a tree. So if mine can do it, yours can do it. That's it for that. I just needed to clear the driveway. Wanted to use the old Rambo II. Got it done, and I'm out of here. I'm Donnie B all day. Until next knife.